Hello, my name is Ellen Lang, and I have the honor today to welcome you to the inaugural Take Action Conference. My mother, Tess Wise, founded the Holocaust Memorial Resource and Education Center of Florida. The only child of a Jewish couple in Poland, she, probably much like you, celebrated birthdays, anniversaries, and holidays with her large extended family. She studied hard to achieve her goal of becoming a doctor. She also loved to go to the movies, dances with her friends, and eagerly followed the latest fashion trends. As a young woman about your age, her world changed completely as the Nazis took Poland. Her family lost their successful leather business, her school was closed, many of her family were taken to concentration camps, and Mom was made to work and live in a labor camp near her hometown. One day, a young Polish woman who worked but was not forced to live in the camp, brought with her some street clothes and an identity card. She helped Mom into the clothes, gave her the identity papers, and walked out of the camp arm in arm with her to safety. If not for Maria, my mother's story would be quite different. The organization responsible for this conference would not exist. I would not be here, nor would 4 generations of my immediate family. I am here because a stranger who had nothing to gain risked her life by helping my mother escape from a Nazi concentration camp. No wonder my mother was so determined to impress upon people in our community the difference that a single person's choices can make. It would have been enough for Tess Goldberg Wise to survive the destruction of the Holocaust. It would have been enough for her to continue to pursue her medical education and Jewish way of life. It would have been enough for her to come to the U.S. to live, fall in love, raise a family, and continue to observe and support her Jewish beliefs, traditions, and values. It would have been enough. But for Mom, it wasn't. In addition, she started to create a movement. At 15 years old, Anne Frank wrote in her diary, "What is done cannot be undone, but we can prevent it from happening again." Because of the singular and unique tragedy of the Holocaust, the word genocide came into the world's vocabulary. But genocides keep happening. Rwanda, the Sudan, the Uyghurs in China today. Mom's movement was grounded in the belief that we must protect the future by ensuring that the memory of the past is preserved. From the unfathomable tragedy of her past, she worked to establish the Holocaust Memorial Resource and Education Center of Florida. The Holocaust Center has always been squarely focused on our task of educating about the lessons of the Holocaust. Many have asked, how could civilized people in a German democratic society, much like that of the United States, have been transformed in this way? Mom's dream has been to educate, by doing so, engage future generations in the work of preventing any other family from experiencing the horror and loss experienced by her family. Our vision is on the future, while we must keep the dark history of the Holocaust squarely in focus. While the Holocaust was a singular and unique tragedy, it was not only a Jewish tragedy, it was a human tragedy and a failure of humanity. Working together to create a better world in its aftermath is not only a Jewish challenge, it is a human challenge. Each of us has responsibility to preserve democracy, protect civil rights, and defend basic human rights for every human being. As Stephen Smith, Director Emeritus of the USC Shoah Foundation, said, "We only have the right to ask for justice if we fight for justice for others." We cannot expect human kindness unless we are kind humans. And the best way to be heard by others is by being prepared to listen to others. You have made a choice to attend this inaugural Take Action Conference, the latest iteration of my mom's original dream. That tells me that you already understand that you can make a difference. Every day you have an effect on the world around you. What you choose to do has an impact. You have heard how one young woman made a choice that resulted in saving my mother's life. It is up to you to choose to link arms with others, as did Maria with Tess. Together, we know you will multiply your impact.